things like active listening, which is where I would love to start because it intrigues me when I was prepping for this that you coined the term observational leadership, which takes active listening to a whole new level. So, talk to us about what that means and how and why you coined that term.
Okay. The term observational listening actually comes from my practice as a trainer. I was always really looking, especially a lot of my work is communication training. So I was looking at what makes it that if I'm sitting there watching 2 people, 3 people having a role play, some people, they just get it, they do it. It's like it just goes naturally. And then you see other people and they battle. And I was really interested to try and find out what's the key difference. What's the key difference for those people who just go into a conversation, the conversation just goes, they get the right profundity, it doesn't seem to cost them any effort whatsoever, the other's battle. And I sort of began observing what the difference was, and I thought that I had an idea there, and that was that the people who do it effortlessly are the people who are constantly observing the people they're talking with. And they're not observing them as in, what kind of glasses have I got on or things like that. But they were focusing on the current emotions those people were experiencing. They were observing what is the emotion that person has right now. And by tapping into that emotion, observing the emotion in the other, they were able to just let the conversation just flow just easily. So that was my hypothesis, and I tested this by just watching and testing all kinds of various things, and it seems as though this is definitely the case. And that led me to the next question. If this is so, is it a skill, or are you born with it? And if it's a skill, then can I teach it? And the latter, to me, has been proven. It's just a skill, and you can learn how to observe. And if you learn how to observe people's emotions, you become a better communicator. That's it. And I had to give it a name. No, of course I didn't have to give it a name, but I chose to give it the name observational listening to just make it one step more than active listening. Active listening is, you can also just do active listening as a kind of a trick. Nod at the right time, say at the right time, ask the good follow through questions, etc., etc. And to me, this was just adding a layer. And to me, it's also an authentic layer. You can't fake this. So when you listen to somebody and you're focusing and you're observing their emotions, of course, you cannot be 100% accurate in seeing what the other person's emotion is, because that's the other person's experience. But you can get a pretty good idea of what's going on. And by tuning in on that, I believe that makes us far more empathic, far easier to just get into contact with the other person, and therefore also far easier just to get conversations that are really new.
Right.